Hey guys, next technique is snaking talon. Again, this is against a two-handed push. I typically do this more against what I call like a driving push. There's a regular push like that, but this is like he's trying to push me out the door. So I got to step back. Like I just probably stepped out of frame. So as I push, this is where the snaking talon, this is my talon. I'm going to bring my forearm down on his left arm, on top and between, so that I pop up the other side. Okay? As he pushes me, I just step back. One. As I go back to my cat stance, I'm going to grab and pull, try to break the arm, kick the groin. Boom, one move. Okay? From here, as I try to exit, I'm going to teach this two ways. As I try to exit, he comes back tapping me, I hop back in and back kick. Okay? The other way is I come in. Down again. 1. Figure 8. 2. Grab and break. 3 and kick. The other way is as I step out to cross out, I do a spinning back kick to my left. Boom. Turn, spin back kick to my right. Bang. Cross out. I've learned both ways. So, as he pushes, I come in. Figure 8. Come on down on top. I like to check here just to shoot his hand across. Kind of aid in feeding the right a little bit. Coming through. Here. Break. Here. Okay? I can also come through here. Bang. Use my hand here to brace for the break. Break the wrist on my bicep if I want. And then slide to the break. Kick. Bang. As I cross out, keep him checked. Hop back in. Back kick. Crossing out. That's speed.
Shield and mace is taught for a right step through, although I like to teach it for a back knuckle, so many different ways you can actually play around with this. Anyway, guy comes through with a right punch. As this is taught, a lot of questions go in the mind is, why am I going to block with the rear arm if my left leg is moving forward? So that's one good question, because if I had a guy come through that way, I'm going to use the closest arm, right? But the circumstance and the situation that I like to show is that you're caught almost off to your right side by surprise. So when that punch does come in, you have no choice but to use that right side while the left hand is set up. So we're going to take the left leg, we set the 10-30 as we do a right outward vertical block to his right punch. My left hand does a horizontal thrust punch to his rib. From this point, I'm going to pivot into a forward ball facing 12 as I do a rolling check to the right shoulder, do a right back knuckle to his kidney. From this point, I'm going to drop into a wide kneel using my master of gravity and a dipping check, collapsing check on top of his arm as I heel palm claw to the face. I continue through my overlapping circle with the right hand down to the back of his right leg as I do a left positional check to his right shoulder to nudge him and give me some space for the other leg. And I'm going to do a right knife edge kick to his left to buckle and cross out. We'll see it again. Shield and mace. 1, crack. 2, check back knuckle. 3, drop the weight. Bring his body forward. Bam! Right into the strike to the face. Come over. Strike, check, and buckle. Let me do it from another angle. So again, and 1, hit, boom, check, hit, drop in, and all right, we'll do it now in street speed. Oh shit! Cut that one out. That's right. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, next technique is retreating pendulum. This is against a rear crossover side kick or back kick or a shuffle up back kick. Okay? So we start mirroring. This technique is all about mirror image. As he crosses in, I cross back. I'm mirroring the distance here. Okay? I don't just want to stand there and take it. Boom. Okay? If you're really smart, you're going to step off to the side. Let's say we don't have the time. So as we step back, or as I rear crossover in reverse into my left front twist stance, I do a downward deflecting block. I'm going to keep the circle going. This is where the flow comes in, with the blue belt techniques we were talking about earlier. As I do that, I'm going to do a right knife edge kick to his left knee, brings him down, hammer fist right in the back of his neck, right around C1. Okay? From here I scoot up, scoop the groin. I'm going to buckle either the leg or the tailbone. Boom. Crossing out. Hand is up. He crosses in, I cross back. Deflect, down. Keep it circling. Side kick, boom. Coming down, hammer fist. Okay? Keeping a check here with the right hand, scoop. And when I buckle, guys, I come in real low like a closed kneel, and I pop the knee. Bam! Get a little more violent buckle. One more time. Crosses in, I cross back. 1, kick, hammer, and I'm out. At speed.
Next technique we have is called Trippin Arrow. One of the, you would say, more of the grappling techniques of American Kenpo. What we're dealing with is a guy giving you a front bear hug trying to take you down. Again, if a guy has the underhooks, he has a very good advantage here. So we're going to try to do the opposite and try to really control and anchor. My left hand is going to wrap underneath his right. And as I do so, I'm going to drop my marriage of gravity towards 9 o'clock. Simultaneously, I'm going to do a heel palm claw busting the left side of his eardrum, okay? So this his equilibrium kind of gets a little bit off. As I do that, I'm going to take a step with my right. I'm going to hold it tight against his body, and I'm going to have my right leg come behind him. Now, there are many ways you can do this throw. I like to choose the Sotogari way, which is the judo way, which is I take a step, bring my leg up, bam, take it down, come back up, okay? Again, the other method, the way it's taught in American Kenpo material, is that you will pin check, heel palm claw, drop your marriage of gravity, anchor the elbow down if you have to, count around, and then forward bow as you buckle them down, which works perfectly as well. From here, stop on the face, cross on the arm, break it if you have to, get out of here. Tripping out, from that angle. So, one, now the idea is make sure you move with the attack, not after the fact that he just grabbed you. So we pin and we hit, one, check, get a bind, throw, up. I like to drop my knee right into there. Stop, cross out. 1, 2. And street speed.
Alright guys, next technique is falling cross. This is a sister technique to cross of destruction, okay? He's got the choke on me. This time I'm going to say he's leaning forward, okay? So a little different option. We had circling wing where we step this way towards 130 with my left foot. So for the sake of category completion, we're going to go the opposite way. I'm going to grab his wrists. I'm going to step through. I'm going to pull his arms on top of my shoulders, rotate his palms up, and break or hyperextend his elbows against my shoulders. Now when I do that, what I see a lot of guys do is actually they pick up the arms and try to break that way. What's going to happen is he's going to yank his arms back or choke me, and it's a bad day. Okay? So he's got the grab. I grab the wrist. Boom. Keep them against your shoulders the entire time. Break his thumbs against the back of my neck. Stepping through to 1030 with my right foot, do a right closed kneel, rotate the palms up, and drag the elbows on top of the shoulders. Hyperextend. From here, I'm going to pivot and cover, facing him in a left neutral bow. I have his arms crossed. I'm going to break his arms with my right knee. Bang! I'm going to step through. I can kick him in the nuts, kick him into the knee, check down with my left hand, elbow the jaw. Crossing out. Again. Got the choke. I grab. I step to the closed kneel. Snap. He starts to pull away from me and I turn. Keep him check. High width and depth is check. Break, kick, elbow. Crossing out. At speed.
All right, returning the storm is another self-defense we have, but this time what's happening is our opponent decides to reinforce his line of attack, coming back again with the club. This has been taught two different ways as well. I'm going to give you both versions to get an idea. The first version is that as he comes through, I'm going to go towards 730 and lean away into reverse bow. As he begins to come back, I'm going to kind of lean forward into a twist, take a step with the left towards 1030, grab the wrist with my right. Left hand, of course, is hyperextending his right elbow, and with the flow of what we're learning in blue belt, step around towards 130 and bring him around towards 430. As I face him, I'm going to kick him in his grill or in his pearls, boom, and disarm, cross out one. Another method that was taught was that we would use an old stance in Kenpo called the rear bow, which is very rarely seen. What it is that it shows you that as he comes through, again, I'm kind of leaning away with my body, kind of turning with it. The purpose of it is that If I was to lean away in a reverse blow, good chances he could clip it. Okay, so at least now I have the choice. If that happens, I can kind of shoot or swing my shoulder out of the line of attack. Slide it forward again, block, step with the left, come around, kick, and hit. A reminder to you guys who are learning club technique against attacks, this is only if the guy has no idea what he's doing in the street. Now, has no idea, I mean, just grabbing a stick or whatever. You train with someone who's a good stick fighter, there's no way you're gonna pull this off that quickly. Believe me, best chances are, grab something that you can fight with, and you can even out the situation, because there's no way you're gonna suddenly just come out and go back in. It might have happened, but you really have to be like miraculously some great expert to be able to do something like that. And even the experts that I've met have always told you they've been hit also with the stick. So this is just another method of how you can evade an attack like that, okay? So again, I get out of the line of attack. 1, 2, 3, bring him around, swing him, he's here. Kick him, knee him, strike if you want the stick, and boom. Again, the same formula we're applying: divert, seize, control, and disarm. Very important. Okay, now we'll do it in full speed.
All right, guys, next technique is cross twig. This is a rear wrist grab now. So we have the double wrist grab from behind, all right? We have the double wrist grab from the front, which we learned in banging hands. Again, for sake of category completion, now you're gonna learn what now, okay? From here, the guy could be pulling me back, he could be pulling me into a knee, he could be trying to bind my hands in a way, he could be in trouble with the police, like we never have. So I'm gonna grab his wrist. I'm always counter grabbing. I'm always attacking or grabbing what's attacking me in Kenpo. So I grab his wrist the best as I can. My left foot's gonna step out to 130. This is my 12 now, okay? I'm gonna step out to 130. I'm gonna pull him with me because I want him to pull back, bang, so I can catch the elbow, wham, okay? Much like circling wing, it's the same technique. From here, I'm gonna take the arm, cross it over each other to check his height, overhead elbow, so I'm flowing that move into one move, bang. From here, I do 2 heel palms to his kidneys and ribs, and I grab the ribs and pinch as I left knee, bang, right through the ribs, and I'm crossing up. Got me in the wrist grab. I grab his wrist, pull, he pulls back, bang. From here, if I have a good grip, I can torque the wrist. Try to break the wrist here as I throw it. Make that one move, elbow, double heel palms, grab, pinch, knee, crossing out. So you have elements of circling wing, you have elements of crossing talon, okay, which also are all techniques in short form 3. So you got a lot of techniques working together today. So I'm here, he grabs, I grab, yank him with me, pulls back, elbow, throw the arm, elbow, double heel palm, knee. At speed.
Alright, so now we're up to everyone's favorite, twist of fate. Okay, we're dealing with the front high aggressive 2-hand push. Now this is totally a miraculous method of execution here if you can pull it off. Other than that, this is how it's taught. Guy comes with a front 2-hand high push. Of course, I'm parting the arms out, just like the technique you've learned in purple belt called parting wings. As I do that, I'm going to grab the wrist and kind of like playing mercy and hyperextend his arms. I'm going to take my right leg and do a knife edge kick to his bladder. As I do that, I'm going to swing the left arm underneath his right, utilizing a cross joint lock here. Okay, in Aikido, they would call this lock a Juche Nage. Okay, what I'm going to do from this point is I'm going to continue on through it as I begin to turn my opponent around. Okay, onto his back. This is the way it's taught. So, from this point, all I'm going to do is bring my right knee behind his neck, release it, come back to my point of origin, cross out. Again, twist of fate. 1, I can also blind the eyes maybe. Play the mercy game. Knife edge to his knee, maybe to his bladder. Catch it underneath. Turn him around, lock, turn, and be very careful when you do this with your partner as they come down. Crack the knee behind the head. Cross out. Towards the 730. Do a bit of a little faster. Yeah.